I'm Allison Campbell, Associate Laboratory Director for Earth and Biological Sciences Directorate, and I'm here with Beat Schmid, who is the group leader of the Atmospheric Measurements and Data Sciences Group, as well as the manager of the ARM Aerial Facility. So Beat, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, what brought you to PNNL and your area of expertise?
Yes, so I joined PNNL in 2006. I was actually recruited up here. Previously, I was a group leader at a small company that worked for NASA Ames in the Bay Area. So coming here was a big change.
Yeah.
Pretty much the first day I came here, PNNL had just won a proposal, was just awarded the operation of the ARM Aerial Facility. The program has grown enormously since 2006.
Can you tell me about the facility and then specifically the plane and the science that it does?
Right, so the facility is part of ARM, which ARM has fixed sites around yours. Most of them are in the US, has mobile sites, and then has a site in the sky, and that's the aerial facility.
This flies around the world in campaigns. Can you tell us sort of what kind of science it does and how it gets deployed?
Yes. So this is pretty much a flying laboratory. The G1 has actually been with PNNL since 1989. Wow. And in 2010, it was then moved into the aerial facility. So it's a flying laboratory. We measure things inside the cabin and clouds and aerosols and gases in the free airstream outside the cabin. We also measure radiation with radiometers. So that's
like solar radiation,
solar radiation, infrared radiation, radiation reflected by Earth. Yeah.
And so when it goes out on a campaign, how long is it deployed and who goes with it?
Right. So traditionally, most campaigns used to be about 4 weeks, and the plane would do about a 4-week campaign a year. We've since expanded this enormously. We did just a year ago, we actually did 3 campaigns in 1 year, where one was actually 3.5 months in Alaska. So the pace at which we deploy has markedly increased. And every campaign is totally different. We put a lot of, their instrumentation changes continuously. The aerial facility owns about 50 to 60 instruments themselves, and only about 35 fit on the plane each time. And in addition, we have guest instruments. So it's always a really big changeover between campaigns.
And where's been some of the recent campaigns that the plane has flown?
Right, so most recently we just operated in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, over the Southern Great Plains site that ARM has. We're going back there in fall. Before that, we operated in Alaska, in California, in Brazil, and we are also getting ready for a campaign in the Azores for next year. Yes.
Wow,
yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So these instruments, do we build those in-house, or are they commercially available? These probes?
The ones we're looking at are all commercially available. They are this side of the wing is all devoted to cloud droplet measurements, size distributions, and no single instrument can measure the complete distribution. So that's why you need various instruments to cover from the smallest droplet to the biggest, what we call them hydrometeors, hail or big raindrops or big snowflakes.
And so there's always 2 pilots.
Yes.
And then our scientists and guest scientists are also on the plane when it's flying,
so
is that right?
Most typically perhaps 2 PNNL scientists from my facility and often 2 guests investigators.
And so what kind of training do they have to have before they can be deployed into the airplane?
My own people, of course, have to have enormous amount of training because they look at after maybe 25 instruments, each of them. So they have to understand how to operate and recover from potential issues with about 25 instruments in flight. So it's a very demanding job.
So what do you do from a safety perspective, and how do you assure that that everybody's trained and up to speed? And
so it's just really working with the right people, hiring with the right people, and keep continuous emphasis on safety.
Great.
So whenever we see something, we speak up, we change it, we address it.
Yeah. Well, it speaks. I mean, you guys have an outstanding record.
Yeah,
so thanks. That was great.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate you
That's
guys
it.
opening up the hangar. That's it.
Okay.
It was really
Thank you,
great.
Allison.
All right.